What's up, lads and ladettes? How are we all doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastically well, and Happy New Year's! It's day 2 of 2025 for me, but I'm sure some of you guys, it's the first. I don't know, I'm not good with time zones. So today, we're going to be talking about the roadmap that I have for 2025. And now, 2024 was kind of a bit skewy for me. One of the one of those reasons why is, and it's so stupid, but any of you guys that have kind of had this experience will kind of understand. I've had severe tooth pain, and like 5 days before Christmas, I had 2 teeth pulled back to back, and it was pretty gnarly. The guy that pulled the teeth, the dentist that pulled the teeth, you know, he's a built guy, but he got the first tooth relatively easily, but the second one, he like really had to like put his entire weight behind it. And when it finally gave way, he hit the top of my mouth. Luckily, it didn't break any teeth. But for any of you guys that know, recording and talking and moving your mouth and your jaw and all that sort of stuff, and having headphones on, it kind of requires, you know, certain things. One of those things is you don't want your mouth to be in pain. And one of the things that was happening was the tooth pain was causing me to have some ear pain, giving me an earache and all that sort of stuff. So it was absolutely horrendous. And it's very hard to concentrate on anything. It's very hard to concentrate on anything when you're in severe pain. So I've had that for almost close to a year now, but I'm all good now, which is fantastic. The day that I actually had the teeth removed, it was an emergency thing because I was just in that much pain. But anyway, we're going to talk about the 2025 roadmap, and we're going to hunt some A tracks while we're at it. We're here at Little Z's. Yeah, it is like Little Z's or Z's little station, I think. Yeah, sorry, Z's little farm. Now we're just gonna hunt these little A tracks, only for the extent of me talking about what's going to be happening. That, and who knows, I might actually get a bit lucky. You never know with A tracks. I know these guys drop a few different bits and bobs, so your boy might get lucky. Anyway, 2025. It's gonna be a good year. First, we'll talk about the stuff that most of you guys will be interested in, which is the Entropia Universe side of things. Now, I've got a roadmap for my gameplay, but also, like, you know, stuff that I'm going to be recording and showing you guys and all that jazz. One of the things that I'm going to be recording and all that sort of stuff is showcasing different things on different planets. Some stuff has changed, so I wouldn't mind showcasing, but also going over like different specifics to do with hunting different mobs, mining, even crafting, because crafting is now a lot more. If you're a hunter, you can actually like set stuff crafting, and then you can go out and hunt. It's quite nice. So I'm going to be going over like a lot of different things this year, but I'm also going to be doing just, you know, your standard run-of-the-mill hunting style videos, which I think could be fun. Mainly because I really want to get my laser sniper skills like up, but like you know, a decent amount. I want to, if I can get to, let's see, where am I at the momento? How do I get to? I can just click on one of these, can't I? God, man, I always forget these things. Where are they? Professions, skill. Is it professions? Yeah, professions. So, by the end of this year, I would love to have my laser sniper hit up to 75. And my laser damage, my range damage also, like, at around 75. So I want this one to be above 75, and I want this one to be around 75. But that involves a lot of grinding. and I have no idea if I'll be able to achieve that, but that is my laser sniper goal, is to achieve that by the end of the year. So that's like my main in-game goal. And luckily, I don't really need to buy anything specific for it, which is something that I really appreciate. You know, because I can just get the limited weapons and, you know, invest in that sort of thing. One of the other things that I really want to do in-game is I want to do more instances and stuff like that. There's a specific instance on Calypso that I wouldn't mind maybe teaming up with a few people and seeing how far down we can actually get. It is... I forget the name of it, but it is around... It's in here. I think it might even be like here. Somewhere around there. And it's got the Thorophoid Berserkers and Shamans. And it's got other shit as well, but those are the things that I know is down there. But I wouldn't mind tackling that pretty hard. And I also wouldn't mind finishing off the stuff to unlock the Moloch depths. That way I can actually go into the depths and try my hand at, you know, getting stuff there. I don't know if I'll actually get much. Don't even know if I'll actually get to the Moloch depths. But if I can get there this year, that'll be nice. So this year with my character, it's going to be all based on, you know, just getting certain things done. I'm not going to be worrying about getting certain equipment this year. Just because I don't see the point in going gung-ho with equipment while I'm still leveling up, if that makes sense. Because who knows, I might get to like level, you know, 70, 75, and then, you know, something really awesome comes out and it's around level 75, and I can actually afford it. Who knows? There's a lot there. There's also investment things I'm going to be looking at as well, but they're going to be a little bit more passive. My PED expenditure this year is going to be more active, which means I'm going to be doing a lot more hunting, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of that sort of thing, which will be fun. I might also do a little bit of mining, but mining isn't a priority for me at the moment. Hunting and getting my laser skills up, they're kind of the priority. But I won't be worrying about that too much until about 2 weeks from now is when I'm going to really start hitting that hard. But there's a big caveat to all this. There's a big factor to this, is I'm also starting school this year in game design. I'm going to be basically studying for the next 3 years. Yeah, I think 3 years, something like that. And I'm going to be hopefully making a bunch of connections and learning how to do a bunch of stuff, and maybe even make a video game or two. That'll be fun. Because it's something that I've wanted to do since I was a kid, but I've always had that, like, the big doubt, you know, in my brain of whether or not it's something I can actually feasibly do. But you're never gonna know unless you actually try. And here's a little hint for you guys. You know, it doesn't matter what everyone else is doing in life, as long as you're doing what you want to do, that's all that matters. As long as what you want to do doesn't infringe on the rights of other people, of course, then like that's kind of an obvious thing. Oh, 9 PED, nice. It'd be nice to get a global today, you know, to kick off the start of the year. I've had a couple of globals today, but that was hunting robots. I was hunting some robots, and, you know, it was alright. Oh, 13 PED. Nice. This video, I'm not tracking anything. This is specifically, I want to talk about what I'm going to do this year. And we might as well hunt some A-tracks while we're at it, because something cool might happen, and it's always the worst when you're hunting a mob, you want something cool to happen, and it happens, but you're not recording. Or, you know, something cool happens and you're not recording. It always sucks. You know, I'm just glad that when I got that big hoff last year during the Summer Mayhem, that I was in Law Spade's stream. Speaking of, this is something that I'll have to talk to a couple of people about, but I want to do some collaborative live streams or collaborative videos with other content creators as well. Whether it's Entropia Universe or other video games, and I'll go over that part afterwards. But if you are a content creator and you want to collaborate, you want to hang out, you want to, you know, do something, let me know. You know, you record your side, I record my side, blah blah blah. You know, we'll figure it out. But you know, it might be a good way for communities to come together and all that sort of stuff. So that's the Entropia side of things kind of sorted. The other thing that I want to talk about is live streaming. I'm going to be live streaming. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to start live streaming, but I'm going to be live streaming. It will be in the evening, and it'll be on specific days because I'll have school 3 days a week, but a lot of the work is just stuff that I will be doing at home. A lot of the in-class stuff will be a lot of theory work, but also, you know, them showing us how to do things, and then it's kind of, okay, go away, you know, put what you've learned into practice, and we'll see you again next week, sort of thing. Because it's all done, it's not all done online, but we're going to be able to communicate and engage with each other online no matter where we are, which is pretty cool. We're going to be using I think it's a thing called Slack, which allows all of us to kind of communicate, share work, share things that we're working on, and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to be figuring out what days will be best for me to live stream, and then I'm going to be live streaming. But I'm going to be multi-streaming, because there are no contracts no more. You know how fucking cool that is? There is no contracts anymore. It's great. So I'm going to be able to live stream to Twitch and YouTube, and it's going to be fantastic. So those are the sort of the main stuff that I wanted to talk about. So if you're not interested in other content outside of Entropia Universe, you can kind of like zone out or put me on mute or whatever you want to do. We're going to go over other content. So this year I'm going to strive to make content other than Entropia Universe, right? Now I've said this every year, right? I've said this so many damn times, but something always gets in the way. And then it's kind of back to square one. But this year is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to have more time to focus my mind on specifics. You know, I'm going to have that time to really dial in on working on content, right? Because yes, I'm going to be schooling and all that sort of stuff, but the stuff that I'm going to be doing is all based around gaming and game making and game development and all that sort of stuff, which I think will really encourage me to not only play more games within themselves, but also review and critique and really go over the way certain mechanics in different games work, my thoughts, my opinions, and like how I might be able to use stuff that I observe and experience to increase my own personal creative endeavors when it comes to game development at some point in the future. And I think that's an important, thing that I really need to come to terms with, that I really need to experience a lot more. And the reason why I'm going to be recording them and making content other than Entropia Universe on the channel is exactly for that. To be a little bit more critical, to be a little bit more, I don't know, I think I would like to document my thoughts and feelings like in the moment. You know, when something exciting happens in a game, or if there's like a specific thing that happens, or I like the visuals of a specific part of a game, or a scene, or dialogue, or specifics, right? Like recently I've started playing Path of Exile 2, and I absolutely love the kinetic nature of the combat, because you kind of feel it in a way, you know? I don't know if you really understand what I mean, but like they add in certain things like good sound design, they add in like good image, like image cues and all that sort of stuff, so the combat actually feels like it has some kinetic energy to them, and then not just pictures on a screen. If that makes sense. Like, let me know if it doesn't, but I think it does. So, some of the things I'm going to be doing this year is some reviews. I'm going to do the Let's Look At series again, because I used to enjoy doing that a few years ago, and I wouldn't mind doing that again. Looking at multiplayer games, online games, and all that sort of stuff. I think that would be, you know, I think that would be like a really good thing to like play for a couple of days and sort of see how things are. Not just play for an hour, but like record myself playing over the space of maybe, you know, 10 hours. And then, you know, really dive into like what I like, what I don't like. Because that's the thing with online games, it's the initial that really hooks you. And if the initial isn't engaging or exciting enough, or doesn't have specific qualities to it, it kind of just loses meaning. At least in my experience. But, you know, my experience will differ from your experience, blah blah blah. Another thing is, I'm also going to be aiming at getting a new PC this year to play some higher end games as well, which I think will be really cool. So there's going to be... Oh, I'm not going to rush anything. You know, I'm not going to... yeah, I'm not going to be rushing anything. I'm not going to be... You know, I got to get this out now. Or... Really anything, you know, too strenuous, too stressful. I'm going to be making sure that I still am keeping at a nice pace for myself. But I am going to be doing more this year, which I think is a good thing. Hey, Tripedions! Are we moving down to... Oh, we are. We're moving down to a different spot. Hey, there's some Armax stuff down here. Ooh. There's some Armax. Armax cows, Armax bull, Tripedions. All of these things I really like. Maybe there's a teleporter somewhere around here. I'm not entirely sure. Might have to look into... Yeah, might have to look into this area, because I've gotten, you know, I got the shopkeeper pad from Armax Bull, and I got I think it was like 1,000 PD off of one of these Tripedions, but that was at, I think it was called, I think it was Winter Park, or That Freaking Cold Place. It was one of those where I got the Tripedion one. And yeah. So I've got a little bit of a roadmap this year. I'm also going to be doing how do I put it? I'm going to be working on a separate channel that is going to be purely for challenge runs and all that sort of stuff. That's going to be a little bit more for my creative side and all that sort of stuff. I don't think challenge runs really suit this channel. But, you know, you can always go and look at that, but I'm not all too bothered about that. That's going to be a different brainchild. So the things you'll see on this channel, just to kind of go over them again. Entropia content, other gaming content. You'll also be seeing live streams, and you're going to also be seeing some shorts. A collection of shorts from different games. I might also do like micro reviews, which could be pretty interesting. Micro reviews for like smaller games or little, like smaller things like flash games or... Hey, 22.33 PED. It's not too bad. Nothing wow, but it's not too bad. But that's all I really wanted to talk about today, guys, is what I'm going to be doing. And, like, I know there are some people that have been wondering, like, where I've been at. Some of you have asked, like, just, you know, if I've been doing okay. I'm all good now. But, yeah. If you ever had teeth pulled, yeah, you know how bad it is. But anyway, guys, I'm going to be leaving it there. I got some work that I've got to get done. It's going to be good. I'm not sure exactly what games I'll be playing first. I'm going to continue the Valheim series, because that's always a really good one. So you'll be seeing that. And you'll be seeing probably Path of Exile 2, because that game is freaking awesome. And yeah, so you'll take care. Stay safe. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later, guys.